First fight, it has begun. Last week, Washington Post reported that the incoming administration had done something that slightly freaked out the Department of Energy. It was this unexpected turn. The Trump transition folks sent to the Department of Energy a pointed list of 74 questions, asking officials at that agency to identify which specific employees and contractors had worked on international climate issues and domestic efforts to cut our nation's carbon output. They wanted a list of names. And we're talking about non-political employees. We're talking about, career staffers and contractors and scientists at the national labs, people who are not political appointees, people whose jobs generally carry over from one administration to the next. Why does the incoming administration want those people's names? The implication, or at least the worry, was that the Trump folks are trying to identify specific employees who've worked on climate change so they can somehow root those people out of the Department of Energy. One former energy staffer said to Politico.com, quote, "Sounds like a freaking witch hunt." So that was last week. Now today we have our first fight, because now we've got the response from the Department of Energy, and it's amazing. We got this statement from the Department of Energy today. Quote, "The Department of Energy received significant feedback from our workforce throughout the department following the release of the transition team's questions. Some of the questions asked left many in our workforce unsettled. We're going to respect the professional and scientific integrity and independence of our employees. We will, of course, be forthcoming with all publicly available information with the transition team." But then look at this last line. We did not bold this last part for emphasis. This was already bolded by them when we got the statement. Quote, "We will not be providing any individual names to the transition team." So the Obama Department of Energy says no to the Trump transition. No, we're not going to give you the names of everybody who worked on climate change. This is the first big fight between the Trump transition team and a sitting cabinet agency. Even before they formally announced that Rick Perry is their choice to replace the nuclear physicists who have been running the place until now. Even before that inevitable fight, this is a big deal. This is the first fight. Watch this space.